Welcome! We are Exploring with Sisters, and today we're going to take you to the top of the mountain in Bergen, Norway. This wonderful adventure starts right in town, not far from the old town in Bergen. It's also close to the central train station. They have a wonderful website that if you want to check out what's available before you leave, you can even download the app and purchase tickets ahead of time, make dinner reservations, find out about the hiking trails. There really is a whole lot to do at the top of the mountain. They also have the timetable and of course the pricing, so make sure you go online, check this all out before you plan your day. Thankfully, we were here on a gorgeous day in Bergen, one of the few that didn't rain, so we decided to take advantage of this great weather and spend a couple hours at the top. We were really impressed with how modern this station was to catch the funicular. There wasn't much of a wait, so we grabbed the very front so I can film this entire journey up the mountain for you. Now, of course, these carriages have been replaced with newer, modern versions, but this funicular has been operating for over 100 years. People have been wanting to go to the top of Mount Floyen, and we were just two more of the many people that make this a must-do when they visit Bergen. The trip up to the mountain only takes a few minutes, and the views just start unfolding as you climb further and further up. Make sure you check their website for the opening times, but when we were here, it was open until 9 o'clock at night. You can also hike up the mountain if you're feeling more adventurous than we felt today, or you can hike down. You can have several options and you can make it a full day. There is so much to do and to take in at the top of this mountain. Pack a backpack, bring your lunch, or enjoy the wonderful restaurants or cafes or bakeries at the top, which we will show you in a minute. You can also bring your dogs, which is an added plus in my opinion. At the top of Mount Floyen, when you exit the funicular, you'll see a place that rents so much equipment, such as bicycles, backpacks, portable grills, and even hammocks. If you purchase the Bergen card, make sure you get the discount when you purchase your tickets at the base station at the bottom of the mountain. The funicular and the entire area once you arrive at the top is totally handicap accessible, so that's an added plus as well. For those that have subscribed to our channel, you'll know that we just exited a 12-day cruise with the Havila Voyages and toured the entire coast of Norway. We're on our home stretch now before we head back to Oslo and fly back to the United States. We felt like this adventure in Bergen was the perfect way to end our trip in Norway. We've made it to the top. Now it's time to get off of the funicular and explore this incredible area on top of Mount Floyen. When you exit the funicular, the first thing you're going to want to do is rush to the viewpoint. But just to the left of the exit, there's a great map that shows you all the areas of the mountaintop and what it has to offer. So you might want to check that out, and you can also scan the QR code and download it. Of course, the main attraction is the incredible panoramic view of the city of Bergen, the surrounding mountains. You can see the fjords, look down, see the cruise ships. There's so much here. It's really designed well. They have all these different levels that you can sit on, and also, again, it's accessible for a wheelchair or a stroller with the ramps. And then the railing is glass, so you can see right through, and it doesn't inhibit any views. People were snapping pictures left and right. We had already enjoyed a walking tour of Bergen and explored some on our own. So we were interested in pointing out some of the landmarks that we had visited prior to our trip up to the top. Bergen is surrounded by mountains, and it is much larger and sprawled out than I had expected before I got here. I thought it was going to be a much smaller city. It was a perfect way to enjoy the blue skies and no rain in Bergen. We had just gotten off of our ship this morning, so we enjoyed looking down and seeing it in the harbor. Even though there were quite a few people here at the lookout, it was designed in such a great manner that the area was really large and people could spread out, so you didn't feel like you were walking on top of each other. Another fun thing we enjoyed were all of the goats. They actually have their names and their pictures posted at the first goat hut, and they encourage you to go and say hi to them, which I thought was adorable. They had an informational sign that told you about the life of the goats and about their collars that they wear that keep them contained into this pasture area. They ask you not to feed the goats because they are there to eat the brush and to keep the area well maintained. It's so peaceful to just stand there and watch the goats. I don't know why we found that so much fun, but it was interesting to see them interact with one another and with the people. This lady kept talking to this one particular goat, trying to befriend it, but the goat really didn't show a lot of interest. She finally got to pet the goat, and I guess she was happy with that. The top of Mount Floyen is so well done, but the children's play area was very impressive. The beehive is something that you can stay in overnight, if you can believe that. The children had fun climbing up on the ladder and looking out the window. I kind of wish I'd tried it myself. They had pathways and cute little bridges that went over streams. I loved all of the green moss on the tree trunks that are around, and the kids were running all over this place. They even had a yurt where they hold nature classes. Unfortunately, it wasn't open when we were there, so I couldn't get any pictures of the interior. We really liked this tunnel that was made out of bamboo that had been turned. It was fun to walk through, even as an adult. Cindy had to share it with a few young people, though. They had some really creative things for kids. Not only did they have the tunnel that you could walk through, they had all sorts of different style swings and slides. And they even had a very small rock climbing wall that would have been so cute to see one of the kids on it. There's all kinds of picnic tables and benches. We walked up to view the terrace and we realized there was a wedding reception going on. We'll come back and see that in a few minutes. Let's just go see the troll. Of course there's a troll. We're in Norway. You have to get your picture taken with it. They had several options for different styles of food. You could grab and go, you could go into a cafe, you could sit down at the more formal restaurant, and they had a wonderful gift shop that specialized, of course, on Norwegian style gifts. We found this entire area very clean, very well kept, had beautiful landscaping, lots of benches to sit and enjoy the view or conversations with your friends. We were really glad that we took the time to come up to the top of Mount Floyen. We decided to make our way back up to see the restaurant since the wedding party had moved on. It's a beautiful newly renovated building and interiors that has a very nice restaurant inside. There was a window you could walk up to from the outside and get your beverage. It had lots of beer choices to enjoy, and we saw quite a few people taking advantage of this opportunity. I took a brief visit inside just to see what was in there, and to the right past the fireplace, there was a bar. It looked pretty fancy to me. On the other side of the foyer was the newly renovated restaurant. This looked really well done. I'm not sure what the food was on the menu because I failed to look, but I encourage you to check it out on their website. It's time for us to head back down to Bergen Central. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have learned something about the top of Mount Floyen and have ideas for you and your family to enjoy this incredible place. Please remember to subscribe to Exploring with Sisters and give us a thumbs up. We'd love your feedback. We hope you've enjoyed Norway as much as we have.